All right, so we're back from Italy. It's been about 2 months
It's been 2 months.
since we did our last video. We've been all getting caught up with work and just caught up from being in Europe for so long. So anyway, but we did survive our European vacation, and it's time to bring you what we did in Italy. It's taken a while to sit down and get through all the video that we had over there, but we'll take this time to show you through Italy. And our first stop in Italy was Rome. And we'll take you through there now.
We set up our Airbnb in Rome and went on a walking tour. We were able to see a lot of Rome. We saw the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, the Victorian wedding cake. What else?
We saw the Arch of Constantine. We also we walked into the middle of a Women's Day march.
That was interesting. Very lively group of men and women.
I think my take on it was they saw a good reason to party and go out on the streets, and why not? So anyway, we saw a lot of interesting people at that event. We'll take you through our tour now. So we're here, we're going to go check out the Vatican and the Sistine Chapel. And on our way here, they had the St. Peter's Square. A lot of security there because the Pope is going to be doing something for Ash Wednesday. So maybe we'll catch him on the way out, but I'm sure it'll be a madhouse out there by the time he goes. I think they said they weren't opening everything up until 1 o'clock, and it's 9:30, right, Brooke?
Yeah. was a pasta making class. So we found Alessandra on Airbnb and went to her house, and she showed us how to make fettuccine and ravioli.
And as you know from watching our previous videos, it's all about the food wherever we go. And gosh, we made, the ravioli was pretty much to die for. We got to eat at her house. We made it all, and then she prepared it, and we helped her prepare it, but she mostly did. And anyway, we got to enjoy the feast. It was really a nice event. But I think for Brooke, I'd have to say it was the gelato that was the highlight of her
I
trip.
don't know, that's probably mine too, now that we think about it. Yeah, ice cream, sweets are Brooke and my favorite.
Yeah, and this place was right down the road from our Airbnb.
Dangerous.
And they've even served the Pope there. Of course, our Airbnb was really close to the Vatican, but anyway, it was worthy of the Pope. We're not Catholic, but certainly worthy of the Pope, I think. Okay, so we're going to Mox, what's it called? Mox
Cafe.
Mox Cafe. We went there nearly every day we were here in Rome. We're going there one last time to get ourselves cappuccinos, and
It's like
I think I get an Americano. Yeah, I get an Americano, which is basically just a shot of espresso with water. So anyway, last time here before we go catch a train. Brooke, anything you want to say before we check out?
Their cappuccinos are the best if you put 3 or 4 sugars in.
Oh, sugar makes everything better.
But it has to be the white sugar.
White sugar. They really refined bad stuff, right?
Yeah.
Pompeii, which is a city that was ruined by Mount Vesuvius behind me in 79 AD, and it's all preserved, and it was found in 1600s or so. Anyway, so we're going to tour around here. We're listening to a little audio tour. It's pretty big, and it's pretty well preserved, and it's pretty crazy that this has been here 2,000 years. So anyway, we're going to go check it out.
Towers are flour grinders. Grain was poured into the top, and donkeys or slaves tread in a circle, pushing wooden bars that turned the stones.
You change the bedroom, nobody come in.
You thought I was like frozen by Mount Vesuvius, didn't you?
Because it's a volcano, how would you freeze?
We're all here at Pizzeria di Michele, one of the most famous places to get pizza here in Naples. And so the only problem is that we got quite a line. We have a ticket number 49, and I don't know what the next ticket is, but I know there's a guy in line standing next to me that has 25, and it is a tiny place in there, but I'm sure it's going to be well worth it, right, Brooke?
I don't know, I have to try the pizza first.
Well, it seems like, you know, the video we just wrapped up editing our last video, and it seems like we're constantly eating and checking out new food places. So this is one more on the bucket list. Naples being the first place for pizza. We're going to get one of the most famous places for pizza in Naples. We'll tell you how it is. So we made it in, what was it, about 40-minute wait. Not too bad. We did have to split up. Ty's at the table behind us, and then 4 of us are here at the table here. The pizzas you can get just plain, or you can get with cheese. That's it. So we'll see how the one. All right. So the next stop was Florence, and you know, they're known for their food as well. But everybody told us you had to try the steak. The steak. Is it steak Florentine, or I can't remember what it was, but anyway, they bring this massive steak out for you. Yeah, I'll stick to eating steak in America. Is a little more my taste. I'm sure that, you know, if I would have grown up with that, it would have been good, but I was just a little more used to American steak. The Airbnb there, gosh, it was awesome, right in the middle of everything. I mean,
Perfect location. We were able to walk to the farmer's market, to where we got some fresh pasta that we made back at the Airbnb.
Yeah, once again, all about the food. We did take a tour. The tour guide was a little bit difficult to understand, but he was pretty informative. Really, Florence is all about the art and the architecture. Yeah, I thought it was a neat little city. Much smaller than Rome, more compact.
Which meant less walking. We did a lot of walking in Rome, so Florence was a lot more convenient to get from place to place.
Yep. So check out this video.
Where do we go from here? We could go anywhere. Where do we go from here? We could go anywhere. Where do we go from here? We could go anywhere.
There it is.
I like it. How did they accidentally do that?
So we left Florence this morning, not for good. We just came over here to Pisa to check out the Leaning Tower of Pisa behind us. And Cor, what are the other places we're going to go see?
Baptistry and some cathedral. I'm not even sure what it's called.
Anyway, we're going to go check out a cathedral, baptismal. Check out Pisa. From what I understand, that's pretty much all that there is to do here, right?
I think so.
Anyway, a lot of people out here obviously took the train over this morning with us. So we made it to the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. There were a lot of steps. The steps were worn and from the years of people going up on the granite. About 3/4 of the way up, I was wondering why we paid to do this exercise, but now that we made it, it's pretty cool. Got a 360-degree view of Pisa, the chapel behind us. Pretty cool. I'm sure it doesn't show up on video, but I just had to record it just because I mean, when I'm sitting here, it feels so slanted that I mean, I have to look up to the other side. The fence is up quite a ways, and then over here I look pretty close to down or straight at it. Anyway, when you're on this walk around the top here, as you walk around, you can definitely tell that it's leaning. But when you're standing outside, it's not hard to believe that this is what it would feel like at the top. Because when we first walked up, the first thing that all of us said was really the one thing that shocked us is how much it is leaning and how we really thought it'd just kind of be leaning when it's really kind of laying over quite a bit.
We could go anywhere. Where do we go from here? We could go anywhere. We could go anywhere. We could go
Venice. That was our next stop. It was really high on Brooke's list of things to do in Italy. We enjoyed our time, but it probably wasn't any of our highlights at the end. We were all happy we went and had a nice time. We went on a walking tour. What else did we do?
Yeah, a walking tour, learned a lot about their culture and why Venice was built the way it was, with boat garages and ways that they could get there on foot. Really tight quarters. The roads were extremely tight. A lot of neat stuff and nothing negative to say about it, but I think that we just went into Venice with such high expectations. And what we found is a lot of times when we go in with extremely high expectations, we like it less than places where we go in thinking we're going to see nothing, and we come out thinking, wow, that was neat, because our expectations were low. So I think that's where Venice probably fits, don't you think?
That's how people would get fresh water. They would collect rainwater for the freshwater supplies.
here standing next to the ocean. We just rode a train over from Florence to Cinque Terre. We're at the last stop on the train in Cinque Terre. And Cinque Terre is basically 5 cities, and so there are 5 cities along the ocean with really cool architecture, just kind of plastered on the side of the mountain right next to the sea. So hopefully we'll catch some lunch along the way, but we're going to do a roughly 2-hour hike to the next island or next city, and then an hour and a half hike after that to the next city. But we'll take you along and see what we can find. All right, I think this trail is straight uphill. It's a little bit tough. I had to shut the backpack and give it to Ty, but he was a trooper and took it the rest of the way, so I don't know how far I got to go, but it's too far. So we'll see you at the top. All right, we're getting closer. I think we made it. This is what we came for.
Okay, Ty, what do you think of your mother?
She perfect.
Oh, so sweet. Remember that.
I always will.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's it. That's our video of Italy. We spent 2 weeks there, and we'll leave you with some of our favorite photos.